Living out Lent to the fullest. Lent is a season of grace. It's also a season of conversion. As we receive our ashes, the priest can say one of two things. Remember that you are dust, and you shall return to dust. Taken from Genesis chapter 3, verse 19, read after the fall of Adam and Eve. Or the priest can say, be converted, or repent, and believe in the good news. Taken from Mark chapter 1, verse 15. This call to conversion is one of the highlights of the time or the season of Lent. We're called to be converted. The word in Greek is metanoia, which means change of mind, change of mentality, a fresh way of thinking, a spiritual way of thinking. St. Paul says, put on the mind of Christ. How are we going to do this? Well, on Ash Wednesday, the Gospel is taken from the Sermon on the Mount, first part of Matthew chapter 6, which Jesus gives us the blueprint, the foundation on which we can really live a fruitful Lent. And Jesus gives us 3 suggestions. And it is to pray, to fast, and almsgiving. A word in each of these. Prayer, fasting, almsgiving. Season of Lent is a time in which we want to pray more and pray more fervently. I would suggest, if at all possible, that all of you try to pray more fervently and frequently, but maybe try to assist at the holy sacrifice of the Mass. By far, the greatest prayer in the whole world is the holy sacrifice of the Mass. We might even call it Opus Dei. It is the work of God. Find some time, a half hour, to go to daily Mass and to receive the Eucharist. And if possible, to bring someone, to evangelize, to bring some family member or a friend. Second would be that of fasting. Fine, at the table, give up something you like. But do it for the love of God. Remember that Jesus gave up his life for you. As we contemplate Jesus on the cross, recognizing that he gave every drop of his precious blood for the salvation of all of humanity, but for you and for me individually, that can motivate us to give up something that we like. Do it for the love of God. Do it also for the conversion of sinners. Lastly, almsgiving. We remember the widow's mite that gave the 2 small coins, and Jesus praised her, not for the quantity of what she gave, but the love that was in her heart. Almsgiving goes beyond the mere monetary. Almsgiving is related to charity, love. The last commandment of Jesus Christ at the Last Supper was, love one another as I've loved you. Why not try to avoid getting angry, harsh words, bitter words, bad words, caustic language, starting at home? Because charity begins at home. I think we can all fall into what is called the Rip Van Winkle complex. We can be kind and friendly, amiable toward everyone, except in our own home. We're aware of the glaring defects of all of our family members. And they're aware of our glaring defects too. Why not try to be kind and loving and merciful and compassionate and patient toward everybody, but especially those in our family. Let's beg the Blessed Virgin Mary for the grace to live a very, very fruitful and holy Lent.